Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Brian Ewell, and I'm the Master Superintendent of Uplands Golf Club. And thank you very much for coming to our very first divot party. We're going to be looking at a few of these and replacing a few of these today, as well as possibly filling in some divots. The average golf course receives an awful lot of traffic, and Uplands is no different. We receive over 60,000 rounds per year here. So if you average 1.5 divots per fairway on a par 4 or par 5 fairway, that is approximately 1.3 million divots that we find on the golf course, or the equivalent of 4 acres of divots. Basically enough sod that we could resod this entire first hole, the amount of divots that we'd see over this whole golf course. One of the common questions I get is, do we use sand to fill in the divot, or do we replace the divot? Very good question. Every golf course has their different rules in place, but for us, most part, we would like to replace a divot. If you've got a nice healthy divot like this, still has a good roots on it, you'd be able to put the divot back down, just as we've got one here, put it down and just a quick step on it and you're good to go. By having your divot back in place, this divot will knit into the ground in approximately 5 to 7 days, and you'll have a good lie. If the divot is demolished, then we've got to fill it in. Some golf courses have large amounts of organic matter on the surface. So this is a sand-based fairway, for example, and you can see there's over 4 inches of organic matter, or what we call thatch. So golf courses that have heavy thatch layers, they say don't replace your divots, just put sand in. Reason being, you're trying to get rid of this spongy material and help them improve the firmness by throwing straight sand in there, or sand and seed, and getting rid of this organic matter. Our golf course, however, is a soil-based golf course with the exception of a couple holes, and you can see on this profile here we have approximately 1 inch of organic matter here. So we would like you to replace the divots back. This plays firm in the summertime, and this is ideal. So sand-based golf courses, absolutely, just throw the sand in, don't bother putting the divot. Soil-based golf courses with very little thatch, you would like to replace the divot. So when you come up to your divot, you've taken a divot out and we see a hole in here. What we'd like to do is just shake your divot bottle in here like so, and then just give it a quick rub. Sometimes we'll see divots out like this. People will dump that and then they're going to walk off and keep playing their round. The problem when you leave this kind of amount of sand on the top, when our mowers go through this, it'll go right through that sand and it'll actually dull in the mower. So we always like you just to step this or just shuffle and lay it out. And this time of the year, you'll see all of our sand we don't put any seed mix in it, but in the summertime, we'll use perennial ryegrass seed. And when we get about 15 degrees Celsius, we'll mix a little bit of seed in with the divot mix, and that seed sand mix should germinate in about 5 to 7 days. And in about 3 to 4 weeks, it'll start to fill in and should be playable. But ideally, we would like to put the divot back and just have a nice healthy turf there. Really appreciate everybody coming out.